Mic check 1 2 1 2. Can y'all hear me out there? Let me turn my volume up. Okay. You can hear me, Akea?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you now. I had to turn my volume up. Hey y'all, hey. Okay, we're
That
back
light be
with
so
this
bright, don't it?
high vibe circus energy from yesterday. um we have 33 minutes in this session, y'all, and we're on part 2. The good thing is we know where we're going. We know what platform we're using. We know the topic. I'm gonna let Akea go on with it, but we're gonna pick up where we left off yesterday. Akea, anything you wanna say to get folks prepped and ready? I'm gonna grab my computer.
Listen, I'm still bouncing off the other session. I'm still
Amazing.
bouncing. Y'all been getting down. Y'all been getting down.
Girl, the gym.
Okay, very much so. I'm trying to share this because it wasn't sharing from my personal page yesterday. So I'm sharing this really fast because people want to see it.
Okay.
All right. So everybody pull up Canva. So many people got vested into yours yesterday that they didn't do theirs. So
Yes, I'm sure.
I said, we gotta get everybody together today, right? All right, everybody. So today we are going to talk about family. Family. All right, so I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if this pulls down. Okay. Let's work on it. Let me see. Where's the share button? Okay, there we go.
And I guess while Akea is doing that, I want to orient a few people who may not have been in here yesterday. So we have been building virtual vision boards, leveraging Canva, choosing mood boards. Akea will walk us through that again today. And instead of just dragging stuff over, going with your gut, like Akea is asking very pointed, moving questions that prompts each picture or graphic that we pull over. And in the end, you have a 5-year plan, right? Or a 1-year plan, whatever she decides the term to be. But go to Canva on your separate devices, your phone, your iPad, your laptop, whatever, and she'll walk us through the family piece. We did fulfillment yesterday. The replay is loaded in the blazeacademy.com. Just put in your email address. Today we're on family, and tomorrow we're wrapping it up with fulfillment.
No, finances.
Finances. Thank you.
Can you see the screen?
Yes.
All right. So here we go. All right, guys. So today, Casey already gave you guys a backdrop. So let's get straight into it. So family. So something about me, we already talked about who I am. I'm the branding bandit, the resume guru. I'm a military veteran, Army retiree, HR GOAT, mother of 2, and that's the emphasis, right? Mother of 2. I'm your business bestie, all that good stuff, right? Now, I own 3 companies. All right. So today's questions. How important is family? Is your family important to your everyday lifestyle? Like, how important are they? In case you remember, you got to read me the questions if they come through.
Okay, I got you.
All right. So once again, this is your vision. It's important to dream. This will help you get your mental picture together. We're going to use it to set dreams, long-term goals, be in a desired futuristic state. We're going to, achieve these things. Some of these are short-term, some of them are long-term, but we're going to work on it. All right. So remember we talked about yesterday, this entire piece is about being transparent. You have to be transparent or it won't work. You have to be authentic, and those go hand in hand because it's a piece of honesty that we're going to tap into. And that's also being accountable within ourselves. Then sustainability. What we do today will shape the future. So how long can it last? Will we sustain it? How will we sustain it? And what is a family? A family is considered a socially recognized group, usually joined by blood, marriage, cohabitation, or adoption, that forms an emotional connection among its members and that serves as an economic unit of society. All right. Once again, you guys get what the vision board is. If you get into Canva, Remember yesterday, create your account, go in the search bar, type in mood board, find the template that you desire, and we're about to get busy. So Casey, find your mood board because you're up. It'll be up in a second.
I thought you were gonna forget. Okay.
So today's agenda. Don't forget, you up, baby. You know my internet ain't great. So we're on point 2. We're on family. The vision board is going to help us be positive. We're going to look for an increase of positive emotions and optimism. If you guys see here, you see my babies. You guys see Amir, he is 3, going on 33 because he thinks he's everyone's dad. And you see my 9-year-old Alani, who just turned 9, and she's my mom, right? And if you look at the backdrop of my vision board today, we have all these things: faith, family, caring, parenting, co-parenting. There's a whole bunch of words back there that make up, that I did with this one. So Casey, are you ready?
Always.
Stop sharing.
Always. Oh, and I just lied. I don't have to have it up.
Stop
okay,
sharing.
But I can pull it up quickly. Oh yeah, I do have it up. Okay, I am going to share my screen.
All right, let me get out of mine and come back.
And then I'm going to go to Canva. Can you all see my Canva screen?
Yep, it says you are presenting.
Okay, and you want me to choose a new mood board?
Yep, you can, or you can use the one from yesterday.
Question, should I add to the one from yesterday, or am I starting a brand new one?
We can add to it. You don't have to start over.
Okay. I'll get all my designs. It's so tiny. That's why I asked.
So you see kind of your foundation, right? Remember, this is a working environment. So we about to make some changes today. All right. So Casey.
Yes.
With your family, what did you enjoy within this last year? What did you enjoy this last year?
I enjoyed, how can I say, deepening or taking my relationship with my parents to another level. So this entire year I've been in Africa, and I've ended up calling my parents, video chatting with them almost every single day of the year. And because of that, they became my literal besties, and we were actually connecting as adults. We kind of went past that child parent relationship, still there, right, intact, but they were my business advisors. They were my person I snotted and cried to when I was going through growing pains and all of these things. So yeah, just really getting really, really, really close with my parents on a different level.
Okay. So within that, what would you like to do more of with your family?
That's a good question. I think I would I know I would like to carve out intentional time, especially because I plan to be bicontinental, 6 months, 6 months. Intentional time for family vacations and family get-togethers. I don't want to take that for granted. We're all getting older and all these things. So I'd like to spend be more intentional about spending more time with them.
Okay, so let's add a clock. Some type of form of time. Okay, so let's add some type of clock. Calendar, maybe a calendar, a clock.
I like calendar. No, I like calendar. I like this. This is super cute. Okay.
Okay, so downside, tap it to where it touches multiple boxes. There you go. It could be like a corner piece, something that attaches everything. So
yeah,
you see how you got your globe and you got your family? Yeah. Put them in there. There you go. All right. So within your family, right, within your vision, how important is the scope of this to make sure that your family is involved?
Very, very, very important. It's a top priority for me.
Okay, so how do you implement them into this?
Man, that's true. I don't know. So I don't have kids. I'm not married. I don't know. I guess I have to just plan trips and go there and maybe have them flew out to me.
Or
I
how
need to
about you
chat
put them on
to
one of
help
your
me. How about I what?
but guess what? Just like you have this, you can make this environment for them as well.
Mm-hmm. What do you
How
mean?
many people are wishing that they had better relationship? How many people wish they had better situations with their parents?
That's true.
Because as adults, it gets harder, right? It gets harder as we get older,
Mm-hmm.
especially when we're building our own families, right? When we
That's
get to that
true.
stage when we have children and have spouses. So,
That's
how do
true.
you pull them into this so they can understand your vision? So, maybe in the future, you could have a family session doing this. Who's to say you can't?
That's true. And I didn't want to say this because I didn't know how to make it. My answers are too long, especially considering we only have 22 minutes. But like one thing, it's funny. I'm gonna be very transparent right now, and I don't know what reaction you're gonna be in the chat, but like I'd love to hear your reactions. Especially for moms. I don't know, but or adult parents with adult kids. So one thing I envision, and I think this is very selfish of me to be honest. I love hearing feedback from my mom. I was like, yeah, so I'm in a committed relationship now, beautiful, definitely plan on growing a family and all of this stuff. And I was like, yeah, so like when I have kids, like y'all will be able to and I didn't mean how it sounded, but y'all would be able to like watch them for like month at a time, like every summer or whatever. And so I was literally like, as I'm planning my own life, I was like planning their life for them, like that's how we'll be connected, etc. And my mom is like, no, you won't. Like she's like, no, you won't. You think you're gonna get on a flight back to Africa and we're watching your kids? And then I had to think it out more. I'm like, well, maybe I'll fly y'all out here. I don't know, but I say all that to say I clearly was being very selfish in the way I was thinking about that. I wanted to use the kid as a way, to like integrate them, but I need to integrate them in a more thank you, Akea. You said you can't do that. I need to integrate them better. So maybe I don't know. I think maybe like especially if business goes well, like seriously, like investing in it, right? Like flying them out and having them spend a quarter with me in Africa. They would a vacation, not watching my kids, right? Or me being there and being very intentional around planning trips around the holidays, right? Where we can continue traditions, etc. Great question. This is help me flesh that out.
Okay.
So maybe I can add in like see what happens with traditions, because that can become a tradition, like certain seasons of the year, like we're in, we meaning
Yeah,
all of
because
us are
see,
in certain parts of the world together.
yeah. So remember, our parents are not, we are not our parents or the grandparents, right? We're so used to our grandparents raising us and our parents sending them for the summer, and we'll just be
That's
there.
right.
But
That's what I
my mom's
experienced.
like, my mom's like, I'm finna enjoy life. Yeah, my mom's
Right.
like, nope. My parents are like, we'll watch them for a little bit, a week, but come back. But I keep my kids all the time, so that doesn't bother me, right? But
Right.
creating the old tradition, it doesn't mean that it was wrong. It's just no longer valid. That's all.
Oh, I like this. I'm gonna make a
That's
thing
all.
that
Because
says like
my
new
mom,
tradition,
yep. Okay.
right?
All right. So let's get to the sad side of this, because there's always something in family, right? We always got to fix something. So I noticed that a lot of people that I deal with, they hold on to toxic, relationships within their families. And so, I see a lot of people on social media, they get upset like, oh, my friends and family don't support me. They're supposed to be my family, my friends. Oh my God, they don't see my vision. But in all honesty, they don't have your eyes, so they will never see your vision. So, how do you move above ensuring you don't put that guilt on your family and friends of always being accountable to hold your dreams high?
You know,
Because some people can't.
my first reaction, honestly, Akea, is that I don't like, and I've always been this way. Like, Casey does what she wants to do, and I don't ever ask for permission. Like I literally, and like even coming here, I was traveling around the world by myself before that. Like I literally don't expect anybody to get with it. I just get gone, right? And then the people who support it, we rock. And then the people who don't, I have a healthy distance. So I don't know. I think my parents just happen to have been very supportive, and so we talk a lot. And then there are some people who, we're like, "Are you crazy?" Literally, are you crazy? Like, have you lost it? Like, why would you do this? You have such a good job. And those people I don't really talk to as much right now because I have to be careful, right, to protect my psyche. And I'm sure they'll get it in 5 years and everything. It's like, that's my baby. Look at her. So I don't know how I answer too long in these questions. What is that? What visual is that, y'all? Boundaries?
Just how are we going to make sure? Yeah, boundaries. That's exactly what it is. Are we setting boundaries with our families?
Okay. Thank you, Nina. Listen, this right here is my graphic right here. Okay, this is KC, like all day.
Come on.
Do not cross. Do not play with me because the cutoff game is strong.
That's it. I got the scissors too.
Listen.
Okay, so with all of this, we're talking about family. We fulfilled some things. How do we cross this? So, people remember, they love to see what we're doing in the background. They love to see us with our family. They love lifestyle. So how do you give them a piece of that so they can understand that you resonate with them as a person?
Meaning like my clients and stuff?
Because we love to be nosy.
I would, for people who follow me, I'd love to hear you guys' perspective. I think I'm pretty transparent, honestly. Like I share stuff. I wrote a book about even like my traumas and so I guess to answer your question, it is it is truly like encapsulating. I think I do this. I encapsulate seasons of my life in different ways, whether it is publishing a book, whether it is putting stuff like very detailed explanations of what's going on in my life on IG, whether it is being very real, like before I talk about business stuff, keeping it a buck with the people that show up for my webinar. So I think I'll find like a picture for encapsulating things because I really do. Like I really want these lessons to be timeless. So I intentionally publish it in content so that it lives beyond me, much like Maya Angelou has done for me. So let me, or maybe I put Maya up here. Like, yeah, this thing doesn't have Maya Angelou.
Now you know what we've been going through. Maya Angelou might not be here.
Oh, actually, I think this looks like Maya.
Okay, baby, they got her looking a little Harriet Tubman, but we're gonna go.
But we're gonna say this Maya. It's close enough. And I'm gonna put like I'm gonna put pages. I'm gonna put pages beside it so it comes across as like, yeah, like I'm writing this. I'm like leaving it behind on purpose.
Raven, where's the lie? Where's the lie, Raven? It do look a little Harriet Tubman-ish.
Funny, okay. And let me bring Maya of the book.
Yeah.
Because we can't disrespect the queen. Okay. I always feels like this doesn't matter, probably. I always feel like my stuff isn't as cute as like artistic thinkers. Like I'm very like straight line. My stuff doesn't look as abstract.
Me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Well, Kenny, I just had to say. All right, so let's pull yesterday in with today, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have touched on family. We have touched on fulfillment, how that's going to all be broadcasted, right? So now, Casey, your favorite question, what does this family statement look like in 5 years?
It looks like, I'm so excited. Okay, so I have 3 siblings. And they have started, two of them have started families of their own. We're all in different states, like different parts of the world, edges of the country, and et cetera. In 5 years, I see, again, like going back to that tradition, but I see us being a big family with cousins, like our kids being cousins. That's so cool. And us coming together. Yeah, I just want, so I guess the answer is closeness. Like I want, even though we're all in different parts of the world, in 5 years I see closeness. Like, and tradition is gonna underpin that and keep it solid.
Okay.
I feel like I'm planning their life for them. But closeness. I don't know if it's gonna have a thing for that. But that's what I
You're
want.
integrating. You're not integration. Integration.
Integration. Or
Yeah, you're integrating your families.
or links maybe.
We can do links. I'm fine with links. Paper
You
clips,
approve?
that's fine too, you know.
I think about it too much. Okay, I think this is cute. Y'all see, I feel like this looks so corporate-y. But that's fine. I'm gonna embrace me. Okay. So this is my little
Girl,
link on the
if that's
side.
you, that's you.
Okay.
Yes, there is a Black Pinterest. Yes, there is. It came out during the pandemic that there's a Black Pinterest. It came out.
Oh, that's right.
Let's see. So we talked about we got fulfillment. We're talking traditions. We're talking about boundaries. We're talking about being cold. From yesterday, we're gonna drop our our brand on the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you put all this together, right? Because this is part 2. What does your
Mm-hmm.
brand look like now?
In 5 years?
Where are we gonna go with the brand? Yeah.
Wow. If I be very honest, wow, these are good questions. If I be very honest, I think I'll be, because so today I speak from the lens that I have, right? I can speak to being a Black woman in corporate spaces and making space. I can speak to now being a global citizen and like stretching a business across that. But I think in 5 years, I'll be able to resonate more with and speak from the lens of being a mother and doing it all, right? Because there's certain pulls and expectations of me and priorities that I just don't have today. I can be very selfish, right? But I think I will be even more dynamic, I'll say, in 5 years because of motherhood, and I'll be able to see that lens and provide solutions and opportunities for the mothers. Like if I just think about it, and I was having a conversation on my podcast not too long ago with a person. I asked her, like, what things did you need that you didn't have when you were starting off in entrepreneurship? And she was like, I was a single mother. I had my kid at 19 or however else she was. She was like, I wish there was a daycare where I could drop them off when I was taking business trips and somebody had my back, and I'm just like, dang, right? And I never would have thought of that because I haven't had to make those tough calls, right? Or just say no to the business trips because I choose my child. But in 5 years, feeling what is needed, I know I'm going to create the space and have things like that so that people can be global citizens and have their family and not worry and know that their children are protected, et cetera. But we'll see what it looks like. So, so I guess my brand will expand to Cape and Hard for Black mothers in entrepreneurship as well.
Right. Raven, Raven, I'm working on it. I'm actually working on it. So Raven puts a co-working space for parents. I talked to a guy that does a developer app, and we've actually been talking about how to do that so we can include how this works, how we can work together and build the network so we can work together and build our own network within that.
Oh, and it's needed.
Paquita said she's not, she said she's not going to lie. Paquita said, I'm not going to lie. I've never been a fan of vision boarding. The idea of cutting up magazines and stuff, I didn't get it. This is more proactive and promotes really elaborate, it's really elaborating on goals and timelines. I love this thing you're doing. Girl, thank you, girl. Thank you, girl.
I agree. I felt the same way. This is a lot. Yeah, this is very helpful and pointed. I agree. Okay, so I added the mommy daughter.
Right.
Yeah,
so I can tell you guys.
Go ahead,
Perfect.
Akea.
So now I can tell you guys my side of the vision board, right? So for me, how this vision board really came into life, I can tell you guys is because we're being transparent. Close to 9 years ago, I was arrested for 4 felony charges, right? Not even my charges. I was literally in the military, sitting in my unit, and they came and picked me up. Hey, we got you for these 4 charges. This is what they said you did. So it was like grand larceny, wire fraud, wiretap, and theft of government property. And I'm like, whoa, I'm HR. I don't do none of this. Wait a minute, this ain't me. Well, come to find out, the gentleman that I was married to did just that. He's the one, they found out a way to take money from the government, and they did just that. They did just that. They found government account numbers and literally paid off all of our bills, all of our vehicles, everything. Literally, I'm thinking, his parents come from money, so I'm thinking, okay, we got some extra money to sit on. He's like, buy what you want. We good. Here's the title to your car. So I'm like, okay, well, he just got his bonus. He just got back from Iraq. We great. Well, when the shit hit the fan, right, and everything came out, now I'm arrested for this mishap that's going on, being recorded, being watched, being followed. I was pregnant with my first baby, and I'm going through all of this, right? Like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? Well, in the military, you cannot divorce your spouse when you guys are dealing with court proceedings. You can't. They won't allow it. Spousal privilege. You just can't. You have to wait. So imagine your whole military career flashing before your eyes. The way that you're going to feed your child is flashing before your eyes. But thank God you're a good person. And when they watch all that camera footage, you had nothing to do with it. When everything was said and done and he paid off all my vehicles and everything, right? $63,000 in restitution damage I had to pay to stay out of prison. Because the money had to be paid back, right? They weren't going to take it no other way. I'm cleaning out savings accounts, 401k plans, retirement funds, everything that I had to keep myself out of jail because I had a baby to raise, right? So with all that being said, we're here now, 10 years later. Those charges will never go away because they're federal. They stay. Even though I was never found, you can Google it. There's no findings, but they stick with me for life. But I knew from that moment I was a single mom. I had to learn how to feed my kids. And I've learned how to make that a positive situation. Because the cool part is most people would see that on somebody's record and they will fold, right? Like, oh my God, I'm this. No, I never folded. I have been corporate HR for Marriott. I have been corporate HR for Penn National Gaming. I have been in corporate seats ever since I left the military with those 4 charges sitting on my record for the rest of my life. Doesn't matter where I go, they ain't going nowhere. But because I've operated with integrity for my family, I am the brand of my family, right? I got to show them that, yeah, mommy had a mishap, but mommy ain't finna let nobody take your dollar. Yeah. This is us. So that's why my family and vision boards is different. It's them because I have to stay afloat for them. Yeah. All that other stuff is going to come. The money's going to come, right? Because I'm going to get it. I have been an entrepreneur full time going on 3 years. And if those things couldn't stop me, this damn show ain't going to stop me. Like literally was about to go to prison. Like these people have booked me, fingerprinted me. Like, wait a minute, I can't wear stripes. Whew. This is not orange neither, because orange is not my color. It's not my color. But even in all jokes and all honesty, people, you guys are saying like, I never thought about vision boards, but this is really where it came from. I literally saw my life flash before my eyes. Yep. And I knew, damn, I could be literally looking in the dark of a cell, but because I've always been right and I did what was right for my family, especially when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter, baby, I am a testimony. I am my walking testimony. I am my brand. So nobody can ever tell me, that, the power of vision isn't real, because I'm a visionary first, all day, every day. So anybody watching this is serious. Like if you plan your life accordingly and you do right, what's for you will be for you. What you planned out and mapped out, you might catch a couple detours and some speed bumps, I clearly had a detour.
Yeah.
But guess what? I retired out the military still. I got an honorable discharge. I've retired. I got my own company. I've got 3 companies, right?
Right.
With
Right.
4 felony charges. Like,
Right.
people act like we can't do nothing, but we can. If you
Yep.
stay prayed up and you do what you're supposed to do, your vision board will come. It'll
Amen.
it's being on paper, it'll be real life.
Amen.
So that's what my family side of the vision board was, literally staying out of the way and learning how to, do what you're supposed to do, being transparent, being vulnerable, learning from your mistakes so you can grow.
Yep.
Because if I didn't grow from that, then what else? Like, I could have, clearly been in prison. And I mean, for something that I never even touched. I wasn't even there. He was stationed in a different state at the time, and I couldn't even go. Right. And so I tell her, with all of that being said, take it serious.
Yep.
Take this vision board serious. Take what you envision your life to be so it can go further than your dreams. Because
Amen.
5 years ago, I knew this was going to happen. I just didn't see. I didn't. God knew I wasn't ready 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
He knew I wasn't ready because I was still doing hood rat things with my hood rat friends.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tightened up, I scaled, and now the vision board is life. I eat, sleep, and dream it. Being a branding strategist, this is where this really comes from.
Mm-hmm. That's deep, Akea. And for those of you who weren't in the room yesterday when we had part one, Akea said, like, she makes her vision boards her wallpaper on her cell phone. Like, she literally is digital, right? Like, she puts it wherever she needs to see it. And she said she does 4 vision boards a year because as she watches herself tick those goals, it's in her face. And as she knocks all of them out, she creates another one. I mean, it's so powerful. It is literally the same as goal setting, right? But instead of text, you are using visuals, right? And you're able to put it in different places. I think it's a brilliant idea. And it is full of affirmation.
I wonder, can you guys see it? That's my lock screen. So, yeah, I have to see. I'm a visionary. I'm a visionary.
That's dope. Akea, thank you so much for sharing your vulnerable testimony. The chat is on fire. We are overcome by the power of our testimony is what comes to mind. You are dope, and we have the pleasure of hearing from Akea again tomorrow in the third part of this, right? And doing this together and closing it out, but really doing it with intention, right? So thank y'all for showing up for yourselves. Akea, thank you so much for doing this with us and telling us the story behind it. It's super, super fire and powerful, and kudos to you for keeping going to create space for us and others who have had calamity, right? But so they can know that they can overcome it. Appreciate y'all. We're going to hop into the next workshop, which is Work Your Why from Miss Jasmine Prince. This is a workshop, so please have your pens and papers ready. All right, I'll see y'all on the other side. Thank you, Akea. Love you, babe.
See y'all later. Love you too.